got the Harry Fry.
Glamps in the majors. Your life turned to flipping pages. All the real talent behind them cages.
Thank you guys for tuning back in with us, and welcome to another week of the Weekly Roundup brought to you by Overtime Live Sports Bet Radio. Thank you to our sponsors at TeamSpadesPoker.com. Make sure you guys follow their Facebook group for all your up-to-date picks, spreads, and trends. They have some good picks on there, free picks. Thank you to GilbertYoungArt.com. And we had a pretty entertaining weekend. A lot of sports dramatics taking place. But men's U.S. basketball team, pretty good. Had a few storylines. Kevin Durant coming off the bench. Jason Tatum not playing at all. And of course we're on a break from WNBA. I guess because all the good players are playing in the Olympics. And then you have a few baseball trends, Still losing on baseball the last few weeks. Waiting for that to turn around. Orioles have been hurting me. But other than that, it's a pretty good weekend. So make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button before we get started. And make sure you leave your comments down below. The weekend was capped off by a major UFC event where we went overseas to the UK. Saw both of the UK champions in action. One of them came out successful. The other one not so much, but wait, no, that's not the right foot. This is what it really looks like. But Muhammad came out and had some big takedowns. Dropped Leon Edwards on his head a few times. I felt like Edwards came out and was a little bit arrogant, a little bit cocky fighting at home, just knocking off the greatest of all time in his division twice. So I think that went to his head, and he came out and underestimated him. And like they said, Bilal was training with Khabib. Khabib gave him the master plan how to break them down. And you could see it from round one that he had a plan that was a point plan, but nonetheless, it was going to get him the victory. So Bilal managed to outlast Leon Edwards and, I guess, surprise everyone. On other uneventful news, the Jake Paul-Mike Perry fight was pretty dissatisfying with a big first-round knockout. And this guy calls himself the King of Violence. So I guess Jake Paul is officially the new King of Violence. Other than that, as far as meaningless boxing, Manny Pacquiao had a fight this weekend. Guess he's gotten into the influencer boxing phase. He had a match off against a kickboxer. It was an exhibition fight which went into a draw. So that was another waste of social media atmosphere. But I think that the Jake Paul fight was kind of surprising. It was almost rigged looking. I see where people are coming from with these rigged fights, where these professional fighters would even allow that to happen to them from a Disney influencer. So other than that, Paddy the Baddie, man, did he come out and show what he was worth this week? I think we all expected that. Bobby Green's a little washed up, coming in on his 50th fight. People were just expecting to test Paddy. I think they're trying to pad Paddy's record book to get him a title shot. There's no doubt it's one of the best submission guys, best jiu-jitsu in the UFC right now, especially in his class. I think that he should be due for a title shot here soon. Bobby Green actually broke his arm, and he passed out. So it's not a good look for King Green. Officially, King Green. At almost damn near 40 years old, LeBron James is still the best player in the world actively. You can compare him to Jordan if you want to. Have that argument in a different video, but here he's just schooling the best players in the world. And luckily for Team USA, they got Kevin Durant. They have Devin Booker. It's just an unbelievable matchup for any of the contending teams. We want to see Canada do good. Serbia, I think, is going to be their biggest test, but they breezed by them. Jason Tatum didn't even get to play in the game. So Coach Steve Kerr is claiming that he's going to let Jason Tatum play no matter what. I don't understand why a coach would say that. He got a lot of slack from Dennis Rodman, one of his former co-players. But I think it's pretty obvious that this is the next dream team here, especially adding Steph Curry to the mix. Kevin Durant locked in for 5 for 5 from the three-point range to actually outdo LeBron in this game. But I think it's just a start. I think this team will be tested. I don't think this coaching staff is ready for some of the competition that they have coming their way. Bilal Muhammad and Khabib worked on a strong game plan to beat Leon Edwards. I think they studied some of the tapes from the Usman fights, understand how the limited striking was going to be a problem, how he wasn't getting tested in takedowns or any type of jiu-jitsu defense, and that Bilal was clearly a better fighter than him that night and had a better game plan to win. It was point fighting at its best. But, you know, when you're fighting for the championship, you're going to regret it if you don't point fight. Look at what Aljamain Sterling tried to do. Look at what Peter Yan, look at these guys taking this shit carefully. You better go all out. Heavyweight champion, interim heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall absolutely dominated on Saturday night. This Curtis Razor Blades character, obviously not who he should be. The heavyweight division is obviously showing a little bit of weakness with their current top roster. Tom Aspinall, I'm still questionable about. I actually bet against him this week. He was coming in as a pretty big favorite. But now he wants to call out John Jones, who will decimate him. I'm pretty sure even old-ass Stipe Miocic will decimate him. I don't know who's left in the roster. Bring out Brock Lesnar, you know. He'll probably beat his ass. But the little English dude's having a good time right now, so we're going to let him enjoy his moment now. Since Leon lost, he is the current English Wonder Boy. So enjoy it. You know, not a lot of heavyweight competition. You should have a few wins left in you. But he absolutely decimated him. Came out first round, clocked him one time, mounted his back, punched him in the side of the head. Heavyweights doing that can kill you. So Paddy the Baddy was my lock of the week, but I should have got him for that submission lock because I didn't think that King Green was dumb enough to try to take him down. He probably would have lost just on striking, but it's just when it comes time to hang it up, it starts to show and you start making bad decisions in the ring. So I expect Paddy Pimblett to be a championship caliber fighter for the rest of his career, possibly even winning a belt here soon. Because I don't know anybody with better jiu-jitsu than him. Nobody's as quick, aggressive, and when it comes to ticket sales, one of the best there is. In the meantime, as for boxing, we like Usyk as a champion. Shout out Ukraine and all the struggles they've been dealing with, and I'm proud of them for their Olympic prowess, as well as Lomachenko, my favorite boxer, champion, and wish them luck in their future endeavors. But as far as American boxing right now, I think it's pretty limited. A lot of these guys are a little overranked. I think that their records don't show that their competition really isn't that good. And a lot of them are picking and choosing weaker fights. I like the Jake Paul approach. I like him being susceptible to different venues and ventures, I should say. But obviously he's picking and choosing his fights very carefully too. I do believe that the Mike Perry fight had some type of influence behind it, even more so after he shows up on his podcast afterwards. But I mean, you're calling yourself all types of names that make us supposed to be scared of you, and you come in there and get beat up like that. Like, you didn't even throw a single significant strike, you know. So it made bare knuckle fighting look bad, made Conor McGregor look bad, which he clearly stated, and it made the whole boxing industry look weak because, you know, a person like Jake Paul is selling out millions of dollars in fight, you know, purses. And it's just crazy when you have other fights that aren't living up to that expectation. So fight ranking is very construed right now. Obviously, Tank Davis is the best fighter, most impressive, most dominant. I don't know what to say about Ryan Garcia. He's been on this path of destruction lately. He was targeting black people one week. Now didn't get enough clout off of that, so now he's going after the LGBTQ community. So we'll see where that ends up with him. I mean, Tank Davis will break him again. Lomachenko will beat him. definitely Shakur Stevenson. I mean, needs to just stick to that influencer poker scene. That's where the money's at.